Hey everyone.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome for another episode, number 14 already.
Wow,
Gone
14
quick.
already.
Yeah, and we've got a fourth host today. If you look at that. Look at that. That is humongous.
Don't want to see that.
It's the biggest pimple I ever had. It's huge. So maybe we'll start talking at some point today, but just so you know, it'll go away sooner rather than later, I hope. All right, so y'all had a good week?
Yes, have a good week. You? Most people are back from holiday, which is nice.
Yeah, people are coming back. People are coming back from holiday, which is good. So everyone is going through that chunky mailbox, those 400-500 mails when you've been gone for a couple of weeks, which is fun. But I think everyone is catching up again, so that's good. That's good. All right, let's jump into the first thing and let's look at the weekly retrospective. All right, Richard, what have you been doing this week? I kind of know, but tell us anyway.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing as you. It's been a lot of Custo query language, Grafana dashboards and alerting and Azure alerts to sort of try and help our managed services team get some application monitoring in place, which has been quite fun. I've not touched KQL for a long time, and it's like I start typing it and it starts just flowing back out, which is good to a good feeling to have that I've not forgot it, or it's like riding a bike in a way. So
that's good.
But yeah, it's been quite fun learning more about Grafana as well. Obviously, Grafana is a very important tool in AKS monitoring, container monitoring. It's one of the main tools with Prometheus as well. But we've linked ours to Azure Monitor. And then from there, we can get all the logs and we can use KQL inside Grafana to actually get some nice tables and dashboards and graphs, which is really cool. It's been fun.
It's got some quirks though, Grafana. I like it, but it does have its quirks. All right. Yeah. Gregor, what have you been up to?
Usual, to be honest. 4 days a week I'm working on a service bus project. So myself and Dan are working on replacing an enterprise service bus for a customer. So we've been writing some Azure PowerShell functions, looking at logic apps. Going to be using Azure Service Bus as well. So we're doing that most of the week. Also, what else are we doing? Attended a couple of MVP PGI calls. Yeah, and just kind of talking with the customer and getting some more requirements for the work coming up. So yeah, trying to get rid of an enterprise service bus and replace them with Azure Service Bus.
Nice.
Busy doing that 4 days a week. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's good.
What about you? Yes, very.
Yeah. Well, mostly the same as Richard, same customer, same queries, KQL. I must say that I also felt a bit uncomfortable when I got to do some KQL again. It's been a while. But Google.
GitHub Copilot. You should just try that and get it done for you.
Maybe.
Yeah, we've seen you do some PowerShell and GitHub Copilot. I think other than that, I love the product, but I'm going to be a bit careful for that in production. No, but lots of did some follow-up design sessions with customers. That was interesting. Got some good feedback. More on people are starting to look more at software architectures instead of just infrastructures, which is good. So when you engage with developers, then you get some good feedback, some updating some designs, and some internal meetings. But most of it was managed services stuff, which was interesting to see the other side and see what we could add. So still writing some functions. Some became more of a hobby, so finishing up on some of them later today. Probably will share some code and blog posts with that. But it's been an interesting week, and then hearing all the holiday stories from everyone coming back, which is interesting. Yeah. It's fun, you get someone comes back from a holiday, and you can basically say that the first day someone comes back from a holiday, that's the last day, right? Because everyone is asking you, how was your holiday? What did you do? It's even in Teams meetings, so that's interesting. Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look what's new in Azure, because a lot of stuff was new in Azure this week. Some interesting stuff. Normally, it's a lot of stuff going from preview to GA, but they actually announced some stuff, which we'll take a look at next. What was new for you, Richard?
So for me, one of the cool things is the PowerShell modules for AKS are actually getting a few new features. So I think in their next release, you're getting the option to start and stop the cluster and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that. If you really like PowerShell and you don't want to use the AZ CLI, then they are working on it and it is getting better. Maybe one day it'll be feature parity, but I'm not going to hold my breath for a long time. And another thing I've seen is the automatic Azure VM extensions are now getting automatically upgraded as well. That's gone GA, which is really cool. Saves a lot of work for any sysadmins out there.
Yeah,
what caught my eye.
those PowerShell modules they need some loving. They do need some loving. Hopefully there will be feature parity with the Azure CLI, but there's no deploying AKS without Azure CLI. If you want to have the logic, if you want to have all the features, then that's still the way to go. But good that they're paying attention to it.
Yeah,
so that's interesting. What about you, Gregor?
I'm a big fan of GitHub Codespaces, so that's went GA. It's now available to all GitHub Teams and Enterprise Cloud customers. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys got access to that. Have you tried it?
Yeah, you push the dot on the in your repo and then up Visual Studio Code. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's quite nice. I must admit. So that's the only thing that I've noticed, to be honest.
I think you can also access it through GitHub.dev, I think.
GitHub.dev. Yeah. So very cool. So I've got five repos that I've used to spin up example Codespaces. So Codespaces is very good for if you want to start running code and debugging code that you don't have all the dependencies on your machine. So you can go to somebody's repo, click Codespaces, and within a couple of seconds, you've got the repo building and running available in Visual Studio Code in the browser, basically, running in the cloud. So very, very cool. Very powerful.
You can also do it on the company account now.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Well, I just like 30 minutes ago, I added you both as a user, so that should work.
That's cool.
Give it a try, see if it works.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, and for me, we've got two. One of them, someone posted it internally. I think it was Carl. He likes to post some updates every morning in the Intercept Cafe. And what we've seen is that the public preview announced for containerized apps and migrate to AKS and Azure App Service with Azure Migrate. And so basically use Azure Migrate to containerize your apps. It's good. It's good to check. I think Richard already mentioned it. It's good to check if your app can run in a container, but what it does, for example, even though I like the feature, it's good to bring that containerization motion and help people go that route. But let's say you've got IaaS and you're storing some stuff locally, because that's what we all do on VMs. That means that it will create a container and give you the option to add persistent storage, like clickety-click, and you've got persistent storage. Whereas if you really want to do cloud-native stuff, use AKS and run any containers, then maybe your storage can probably blob storage accounts. Maybe that's what you look into, put in some of that development effort. That's not to say that you shouldn't use it, because sometimes that's just not an option, but it doesn't really explore the other route. So I think it's good that it's there. Yes,
it's a good check.
But you need to guide someone through it and give them all the options before. It should not be the only way. But then again, the thing with Azure Migrate, it's not always just the way to do it, but it's good. I think it's going to help a lot of people. It's interesting. And then it was announced a couple of days ago that AZ module support in Azure Automation is coming soon. And obviously that is very necessary, because the Azure RM modules will retire somewhere in 2024, which is still a long time to go. I don't think we use them internally, or at least if you see them internally.
And I have it from 2018.
Right.
In 2018. I was sending that to Carl earlier, but so I should probably update that at one point.
You can already do that stuff with automation, but you have to do it all manually. But it's good that support is coming. I think that's really good. Sooner rather than later, I hope. All right. I think it's time for a guest. We've got a great guest. He's like Intercept legacy. He's been here forever. He was one of the first. and he does so much stuff other than IT. I heard he does some DJing. I know he does skateboarding. He's got loads of hobbies. I think he's the most laid back guy at Intercept I ever met. And he works so hard. And normally that is not a combination you see that often. He does so much, but he's so chill and he comes across as a very relaxed person. He's fun to talk to. Let's hear it for Fabian.
Good afternoon, people.
Good
afternoon.
What a just awesome introduction. Cool, man.
Yes, you have been around forever.
Yeah, I've been. So I was the first person to sign up with Intercept as to work at Intercept. So that's pretty awesome. Officially, I'm the first one. There was already Intercept was already hiring people, but I'm there since the beginning. So it's still pretty awesome. I've seen Intercept growing from very small to what we are now, pretty big. So it's one hell of a ride.
Yes, it was. What's your employee number?
1.
You have no.
I have
that's
1.
cool.
Yes.
That is cool. I've got 10, I think. I'm not even sure.
10.
I think I'm 55.
55.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm 55.
What?
My employee number.
Did we skip some numbers?
I just don't think we reuse them during the thing. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay,
I
cool.
was gonna say maybe we should get a tattoo number 55, but okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, so yeah. So Fabian, you joined when we were in that really nice building. It was
Absolutely.
like a really old house that was really good.
On the top of the building, yes, on the second floor, I guess. Yeah, on the second floor,
Yes.
We hired one office. That's what we started with, and within a few months, we hired the entire floor, and then we went also to the top level, and then within maybe 1 year or 1.5, we need to move out because we were too big. So
Yeah, that
was
was
awesome.
really fast. It was that place where we were so close to the inner city that I think we did a lot of ordering in from the city. A lot of sandwiches came in.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah,
I see
so
you've
fun.
got a lot of fans for the T-shirt. Daniel
Oh, really?
the shirt.
I see it right now. Yeah. It's
Yes.
like summer holiday, right? We'll really need to express this summer holiday. So
Yeah, it's
I thought, let's
got
put on this
some.
shirt.
It's got some Hawaiian vibe to it.
Does.
Exactly
I
right.
like that.
Yeah.
All right, Fabian. So we've got a couple of questions for you, which
Shoot.
we're gonna do round robin. So Rich is gonna start, then Greg is gonna ask the second question. I'm gonna ask the third question. Hopefully, you can answer them all. I think I put some facts in there. I hope they're right, but we'll see. So give the word to Richard.
Cool. So you've been here, as we just found out, from the beginning. But what made you decide to join Intercept, and what's been your biggest sort of been the biggest change over all those years?
Well, for me to join Intercept, there were 2 reasons. Somebody which I knew, which started Intercept from the beginning, contacted me, and he said, "Okay, Fabian, let's have a cup of coffee." I don't drink coffee, but it doesn't matter anymore. He said, "Let's have a cup of coffee. I started a company together with some older colleagues. Would you like to work for us?" And I was working in Utrecht at the time, so that's 100 kilometers away from here where I'm living right now. So I thought, well, that could be cool. Starting at a new company, they had cool ideas. I met Job Arini from the beginning, and I thought, okay, these are really awesome people I would like to work with. So I could take away my 100 kilometers drive every day, which I did when I was working in Utrecht, and started a new company. And I thought, that's a cool beginning. I can have a new company, see it grow. I don't know if it happens, but IT is always busy. You can find jobs everywhere. So I thought, if it doesn't work, I can easily find another job. So let's start just with Intercept. And I did. So, and you can see now, 7 years later, or 7.5 years later, where we are. So the main reasons were Job Arini. They had a good a good understanding from what they wanted to build with Intercept and get rid of my 100-kilometer drive every day. So
Nice.
those were the main reasons.
Sounds good. So Fabian, what little birdie told me that you're a bit of an international famous DJ. Can you tell us about the music that you make? Tell us all about that.
Yeah. Well, that's good what you say, because you say DJ and you say music making. A DJ is mostly playing music and a producer is creating music. So most of the time I started as a DJ, but later on I started creating music, so as a producer. So I did some releases, I think maybe 10. It's also on Spotify with different labels. So and it started when I was like 15, maybe 16, and since then I'm creating music ever since. But only since I got the last 4 or 5 years since I bought a really crappy house and we need to rebuild it. I'm not creating that much music anymore, but it will come eventually. I'm also still creating a track with Job, the good old Job from Intercept. So it's in the progress, and you will hear it at some time.
How's that going?
No, I'm not telling. So you will hear it.
Cool.
It's called the Intercept song. Yeah. Oh, here, there's an Intercept link. Oh, there's a link from Spotify. Cool.
Yeah, I put it in chat. Your link to Spotify, so everyone should check it out.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, Carl, that is an awful link, but that's Spotify for you. All right, next question. So other than music, what other hobbies do you have? You have huge backyard. What do you do outside of work?
I like running a lot. So what I do, much of trail running. So running through Dutch forests. I like to drive to them. So search a cool forest and then put my car there and start running through the forest. Do it also in my backyard. We have a lot of forests around here in Overijssel. So that is what I like to do a lot. And I like to rebuild my house, because in 2017 I bought a house with my girlfriend. It's a really crappy house. It needs a lot of attention. And as Wesley already said, I have a really big yard. So I really need to keep that maintained also. So those are the most parts. Yeah. And of course, I have children, so that costs a lot of time also.
But they've got a good play yard in the back. I've seen it. They've got like swings and.
Absolutely, but they like this. They like the screens more.
Really? Still?
Yeah, of course.
Still
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I said you can build a fire, shoot the bugs. How do you call it in English?
The gun. It's like a gun powered by air, by CO2 by pressure.
Yeah. But they like the screens more, but that's not a problem. So we still build fires, a lot of fires. So yeah, that's okay.
I think so. I've seen your house after you bought it. I've been there, and then I've seen it a couple of months ago as well, where a lot has changed. So you already did a lot. But wasn't that with the? I think it was last year, right after the first COVID period, we had a barbecue at your house.
Exactly.
I think people ended up shooting beer bottles with your air rifle.
Correct. Yeah. That's correct.
Yeah. So if you all see the picture on the Intercept website or on LinkedIn about Country Partner of the Year, the picture with all the employees there, spaced 1.5 meters in between, well, that was made in Fabian's backyard.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's how big it is, and that's just the grass. There's a forest behind that.
Yes.
Nice.
And on forest, which we built in a little wood cabin inside. It's really awesome. You can sit there and sit just in the forest. Yeah, it's so cool. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, building stuff and.
Love it.
Sorry.
That's so cool. Yeah,
it is.
Let's move on to the next question. If you could go on holiday anywhere and money wasn't an object, and so you had unlimited money, where would you go?
Well, I have been to India and Nepal once. It was in 2001. I would go back to Nepal and maybe Tibet, because I really, really like it there. I like the mountains to see the view you have there, and I really like mountains. I like to run through mountains or just hike through mountains. So I would go to Nepal, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Right, next question, Fabian. If you had a magic wand, what would you change at Intercept and why?
A magic what?
A magic wand. A magic wand.
Like
One.
Harry Potter.
If you could,
Okay.
yeah, if you could do magic,
Whoa.
what would you change today?
And not getting rid of Wesley.
No.
Good question. Good question. I didn't expect that one. A question like this.
Sorry.
Good question. I think we're getting there, but I think I would acquire the world domination already been there. So I know it's a dream from Job really. So I think if we can get that filled in already, that would be pretty awesome. Yeah. Because for the rest, Intercept is doing pretty good, I think, really. If I look at the people we hire, the work we have, how busy everybody is, I think we're doing pretty well.
Good answer. I like it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, is it my turn? Yes, it's my turn. Is it true that you played in a music video once? I remember a story or a time when you had to grow your beard for a music video.
I cannot remember.
You had to grow your beard for something. You were at the office, your beard was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you said, no, I have to record something for my beard. Maybe I'm wrong. We don't have any other people with.
I've been
maybe
in
it
a
was
commercial, that's right. Yeah, I've been in a commercial, but
so it was a commercial, not a music video. But you've been on camera and with a huge beard.
yes. You can find it on YouTube. We're not going to search it right now, but you can find it.
We will find it and add the link somewhere later.
It was a beer commercial. It was a beer commercial.
Ah,
Yeah.
A beer commercial. Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, now I want to see that.
Did you
Search
get
for
a
Holger. Search for Holger beer. There you will find it. I think the first video it is.
Well, is that the beer from near where I live?
That's the cheapest beer there is on earth. Yes.
Is it? Oh, I thought that was like the Aldi or little beer, but okay. No, okay. All right, that's interesting. So, yeah, next question. That's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah. So someone whispered in my ear and told me about your kids cleaning your car when they had some snow on it. What happened there?
That's
Those
so
were
funny,
your
yes.
kids, right? That was you, wasn't it?
That was those were my kids. That's right. So we had the car standing outside, and it was snowing really a lot. And I came outside, and the kids were having a broom and some schep.
Yeah, snow shovel.
A snow shovel in it, yes. And they were just cleaning the car with the snow shovel. So, Dad, we're really getting the snow, get rid of your car and snow on it. I said, no, please don't do that. So it were all bruises and scratches all over the place. So, yes, they did. Yeah. But they were only trying to help. So, yeah.
Yeah, you
But it really happened, yes, Richard.
Yeah.
It's a really old story. That's cool. I already forgot about it.
I
Last
vaguely
question.
remembered that.
Last question. Here we go. So, if you weren't an interceptor and you weren't an international superstar DJ, what would you do for a living?
If I wasn't an interceptor,
Or a superstar DJ, what would you do for a living? What would you do as a job if you weren't doing what you do?
Cool. Good question. I really don't know. I maybe running, but I'm not that good at running, so maybe I couldn't make a living of it. But I really like to do that. So maybe some other stuff in technique, because I really like a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, interesting. What was I doing then?
Just enjoying
No
what you
idea.
do.
Definitely do building handyman work, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Maybe. So I studied electronics when I was sitting at school. Maybe I was doing that then. And I also once, but I can't do that. I also did some audio courses because I'm making music. But you said I couldn't do that, so that's not an option. I don't know. Yeah, it's something within technique. I think. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So those were the first set of questions, and now we've got the speed questions, this or that questions. So Gregor is going to ask you a series of questions, and you have to pick between A or B. So like coffee or tea, and then you have to pick one of those. You have to pick one.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you have to pick one, and afterwards you can elaborate on the answer if you want to change it.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Here it
right.
goes.
Ready, Fabian?
Yeah.
Okay, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Wine or beer?
Beer.
Hip hop or house music?
Ah, fuck. We talked about don't swear. You can cut it. Sorry.
It's a live stream, so we'll try.
Don't worry about it.
House music.
Swearing or not swearing?
Swearing.
Okay, coffee or tea?
Tea.
City life or house in the middle of nowhere?
Good question. Ooh. City.
Okay, barbecue or going out for dinner?
Barbecue.
Fireplace or fire pit?
Fire pet.
Pit.
Fireplace.
Pit. Okay.
Fireplace, of course.
Crossword puzzles or Sudoku?
Crossword puzzles.
Board games or video games?
Board games.
Dancing or singing?
Dancing, definitely.
Ninjas or pirates?
Oh, good question. They're both so cool. Pirates or ninjas.
Pop or indie?
Pop.
Working alone or working in a team?
Alone.
Toilet paper over or under?
Over, of course, over.
Definitely.
Elmo or Ernie?
Who?
Elmo or Ernie?
Oh, yeah. Annie.
Okay, while you're walking, music or podcasts?
None but music.
Okay, and last but not least, Yob or Rinny?
What's that for a question? I'm not telling.
The best question.
No swearing.
I'm getting fired.
No, you're good.
That was good.
All right, we'll let you get away with that one. So,
Yep.
the hip hop or house music, that was a difficult one.
Yeah, because I'm listening also a lot of hip hop. Because I was a skater once, really long time, and I was listening a lot of hip hop music. I still do, actually. But I'm also, in the meantime, creating all this house music. So those are two different streams which I'm really attracted to. So that was a really hard choice. Because I chose house music because I'm creating that myself. And that's why I choose it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. And what's your favorite board game?
I'm doing a lot of Risk with my family and Monopoly. So we merely do it once a week, maybe once in the 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Yes, we even took it with us on holiday. So I really like it. Yeah, it's a really hard fight to all the family members. It's so cool.
Yeah, we played a game of Risk once, but let's not discuss that evening here. So that's not for this. All right, so yeah, I think that's all the questions. We're gonna head on to fun facts. Fabian, stick around. Maybe you've got a fun fact.
I will.
And, we'll see.
Okay.
So who's got a fun fact?
Not a fun fact, but one thing we should talk about that we don't is like what have you bought, like tech-wise or in the house to make your life better. So I've just ordered a new arm from Elgato, so I've got the low-profile microphone stand thing. So looking forward to getting that. Hopefully that'll be good.
I think now we're just justifying buying crap because we think it makes our life better, but really, I know I've got one, but does it really make your life better?
Don't know.
It's
Let me stop my camera sliding.
like, would your life suck without the camera stand or
No,
the microphone
no.
stand? Yeah, no, I know it's good. Yeah, I keep ordering stuff. I bought music, well, speakers, because I'm always wearing headphones. I'm like, well, I want to listen to music. But if you wear headphones all day, I don't know about you guys, but I just, at some point, you start getting annoyed by your headphones.
Mhm.
So now I just bought
Then
speakers.
you should buy Biodynamic. I use them for producing music, and you don't feel them sit on your head. It's just you can wear them for 8 hours, and then what's my headphone? Oh, it's still on my head. It's sitting that good. Yeah,
Yeah, but
Biodynamic.
they probably don't come cheap.
Correct.
Very
Well, that's
all right. Well, no, I've got some cheap Logitech ones, which is good for just when you're working, you want to have some background music. That's really good.
Yeah.
And I never did that anymore because I was wearing headphones. And like, well, headphones are for the meetings, and then when you're done with the meeting, you take off the headphones because you don't want to wear them all day. And then the sound that comes out of your notebook, it's not that good. If you're listening to some house music or some hip hop, you want to hear a beat, and that really doesn't come out of that little screen. So I turned them on like last week. I'm like, how did I not do that a year ago? Why did I just buy them now? That was, working again with just background music is really good. Really good. What did you buy, Richard? Obviously, you bought something. You always buy stuff.
So I think the last big purchase I got was my new sort of Sony web camera. So it's a Sony ZV-1. So I'm using it as a webcam here. I took it away on holiday, so I was filming some bits on holiday, taking photos and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I'm just trying to think, did I buy anything else? I bought some bits for my cats, but that's about it.
Oh, did I shared it with you guys this morning when I was in Disney. Now I got my car keys here because I went for McDonald's in the morning. But I got this on my car keys.
Nice.
That is
I
cool.
love it. I love it.
Cool.
Got my mini Yoda. My Roku baby Yoda. I forgot I never shared that. Did you buy anything, Fabian?
Yes, well, I'm not buying a lot of stuff, but I bought a second-hand small closet recently, and from this closet I'm building a kitchen in the cabin in the forest.
Oh,
That's
nice.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
cool.
so I'm rebuilding it, and so then it becomes a small kitchen, and that's what I'm working on right now.
Cool.
So
Oh, that's cool.
You got like water and power over there as well.
yes, I brought it there also.
Nice.
You
I brought some water.
did the plumbing to. Oh wow.
Yes, it was like maybe 60 or 70 meters on water and electricity cables through to the forest. Yeah,
That's
Oh,
very
did
cool.
you-
it gets pretty awesome. Sorry?
Did you have to
You
dig
dug
the
in?
trench in your house and everything?
Yeah,
all
I have
by
to dig
hand
it,
or
yes.
a machine?
By hand.
Jeez.
Yes, a friend helped me. So it took one day with the two of us, and after that we did a barbecue and some beer, so it went pretty well.
No, yeah, it's
Nice.
a good way. That's a good way to get people over to help you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's fun. I think that's it for this week.
Mm.
I think we've
Does indeed.
we've hit everything. Next week, episode 15 is going really fast. That means that we've been doing this for a couple of months already. Let's find a guest for next week. Other than that, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for all the comments. Fabian, thank you very much for joining. It was great
You're
fun.
welcome.
And thank you for all the honest answers. It was great.
Thanks for the invitation. Super cool.
Yes, you're very welcome. And Richard and Gregor, see you next week.
Cool. Thanks,
Yeah,
Fabian.
everyone.
All
Okay,
right.
bye-bye,
Thank
guys.
you, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.